Hi, this is Tammy from DIY Domination. Would you like to know how to litter train your kitten effectively? It's an essential part of helping your tiny feline adapt to indoor life and maintaining a clean home. This video will walk you through a comprehensive guide on this process. We'll discuss the materials you'll need, how to introduce your kitten to the litter box, the importance of observation and positive reinforcement, dealing with accidents, transitioning to adult litter, and the need for constant monitoring. So, stay tuned for a step-by-step guide on how to do this. Before we start, gather these essentials. The first item on our list is a litter box. Kittens can use smaller boxes, but ensure it's roomy enough for them to comfortably turn around in. Next, we'll need cat litter. Go for a clumping or non-clumping variant, but remember, it should be unscented and low dust. Kittens have sensitive noses and can get overwhelmed by strong scents. Then, stock up on kitten food and treats. These will play a vital role in encouraging and rewarding your little feline during this learning process. Lastly, but most importantly, arm yourself with patience and consistency. Litter training is a journey that requires time, effort, and a whole lot of love. Each kitten is unique and will learn at their own pace. So, patience, positive reinforcement, and consistency are the keys to success here. With these materials in hand, you're ready to start training. First, find a quiet and accessible spot for your kitten's litter box. This is a crucial step in the training process. Imagine you're in their tiny paws. They're still new to this world. Everything is a bit overwhelming. A quiet location provides a sense of security, allowing your kitten to focus on the task at hand. Accessibility is equally important. Your kitten should be able to locate the box easily without having to trek through the entire house. Avoid areas with high foot traffic or loud noises, as these can startle your kitten and disrupt their toilet routine. Remember, kittens are creatures of habit. Once they associate a specific location with their litter box, they'll return to it. So choose wisely and stick to it. Consistency is key in creating a successful routine. Now that you've chosen the perfect spot, it's time to introduce your kitten to their new litter box. Make your kitten's first encounter with the litter box a positive one. When you bring your furry friend home, one of the first introductions you'll want to make is to their new litter box. This is their personal space, and it's important they feel comfortable in it. So, how do you go about this? Simple. Place your kitten gently into the box. This will help them get acquainted with the feel of the litter under their paws and the scent of it. Timing is everything. Do this after meals, after they've had their nap, or when you notice your kitten showing signs that they need to go. These signs could be anything from sniffing around to circling or squatting. Remember, kittens are just like us. They appreciate a clean, private place to do their business. So make sure their litter box is always clean and in a quiet, accessible spot. Keep an eye out for signs that they need to use the box. Observation and positive reinforcement are key to successful litter training. Training a kitten to use the litter box is quite like teaching a child to use the toilet. Just as with children, your kitten also needs to be observed closely to understand their needs better. Look for signs that they might need to use the litter box. These signs may include sniffing around, circling, or squatting. If you notice these behaviors, gently guide your kitten towards the litter box. This way, they'll gradually understand where they need to go when nature calls. In the early stages of training, your kitten might not always make it to the litter box in time. That's perfectly normal. Remember, they're learning something new and it takes time. Patience is essential during this process. Now let's talk about positive reinforcement. This is a powerful tool to help your kitten associate the litter box with a positive experience. When your kitten uses the litter box correctly, immediately praise them. Use a warm, encouraging tone. Kittens are very responsive to the tone of your voice and will understand that they've done something good. But words aren't the only way to provide positive reinforcement. Consider offering a small treat or some affection. Just a little scratch behind the ears or under the chin can make a world of difference. However, be sure to do this immediately after they've used the litter box, so the connection is clear. Remember, your kitten is not just learning how to use the litter box. They're also learning to trust you, to understand that you're there to guide and support them. This trust helps strengthen your bond with your kitten and makes the learning process easier and more enjoyable for both of you. Consistency is another crucial aspect of litter training. Try to maintain a regular feeding schedule for your kitten, as they often need to use the litter box shortly after eating. This way, you can anticipate when they'll need to go and can be there to guide them. Remember, consistency is key. Accidents will happen, but it's how you respond that counts. Now that we've covered the basics of litter training your kitten, let's discuss how to handle those inevitable accidents. First and foremost, remember to stay calm. Accidents are a part of the learning process, and getting upset won't help your kitten learn any faster. In fact, scolding or punishing your kitten can actually create a negative association with the litter box, which is the opposite of what we're trying to achieve. When an accident occurs, your first task is to clean up the mess. It's important to remove all traces of the accident, not only for the sake of cleanliness but to prevent your kitten from associating that spot with elimination. There are many pet-friendly cleaning products on the market designed to neutralize pet odors. If you can't get your hands on one of these, a mixture of white vinegar and water can work in a pinch. Now, let's talk about how to discourage repeat incidents. If your kitten seems to be having accidents in the same spot over and over, it might be worth placing their litter box in that area if possible. Cats, including kittens, are creatures of habit and may have chosen this spot for a reason. Once your kitten is consistently using the box in the new location, you can gradually move it to a more desirable spot. Lastly, if accidents continue despite your best efforts, you may need to consider switching your litter or litter box. Some kittens can be picky about the type of litter they prefer, or the size and shape of their litter box. Don't be afraid to experiment with different options until you find what works best for your kitten. Remember, patience is key during this process. It may take some trial and error, but with consistent efforts and a calm approach, your kitten will eventually get the hang of it. If accidents continue, consider switching your litter or litter box. As your kitten grows, their litter needs will change. Just like how children outgrow their clothing, kittens outgrow their litter. This calls for a transition to adult cat litter. Now you must tread lightly here, folks. This transition should be gradual to avoid any confusion or resistance. Start by mixing a small amount of adult cat litter with the kitten litter. Over time, gradually increase the proportion of adult litter until it completely replaces the kitten litter. Monitoring your kitten's behavior is equally crucial during this phase. Keep a keen eye on their litter box habits. Are they avoiding the litter box? Are they spending more time than usual? Any changes in behavior could indicate a problem. It could be as simple as your kitten not liking the new litter, or it could be a sign of a medical issue. Remember, kittens are not very different from us when it comes to comfort. They appreciate cleanliness and consistency. So continue to scoop the litter box daily and replace the litter regularly. Also, it's essential to remember that every cat has its own personality. What works for one might not work for another. So don't get disheartened if the first type of adult litter you try isn't a hit with your kitten. It's all about trial and error, finding what suits your kitten the best. Remember to consult your vet if you notice any unusual behavior. It's always better to be safe than sorry when it comes to the health of your little furball. Litter training your kitten doesn't have to be a challenge. It's all about setting the stage for success. First, gather all the essential materials, including an appropriately sized litter box, unscented, low-dust cat litter, and of course, treats for positive reinforcement. Next, select a quiet and accessible spot for the box. Introduce your new furry friend to it, allowing them to get acquainted. Keep a watchful eye on your kitten for signs that they need to use the box, and reward them promptly when they do. Mistakes happen. If an accident occurs, clean it up calmly and thoroughly. Never scold or punish. Instead, redirect them back to the litter box. As your kitten grows, gradually transition them to adult cat litter, and continue to monitor their habits. If you notice any changes, consult your vet. With patience and consistency, your kitten will be a litter box pro in no time.